Now before I install this bracket up to the ceiling, remember in the plastic bag I had 2 small screws and I had 2 long screws. Well, I know the small screws are going to go up into the metal box, but I'm still going to think this through. So I've got the long screws, and once I make a determination where they get screwed in, you see there's some little threaded areas right here. There's threads there and there's threads there, and that's on both ends. So I can take a combination of, you know, I can try that screw, the inside 2 screws, because it's for 2 different size boxes. Because see, then this is going to screw right up to the metal box, and then I've got these long screws hanging down, and the reason why they're so long is because see on the back side of my light fixture, see how thick this insulation is? It's pretty thick. So the idea is that this, I'm going to push this up, and this is going to go right down through there, and it has to come up through these holes. And see on these holes, you've got a big hole, and then there's a slot in it. So you put the head up through the big hole and then twist it and swivel it just enough to get in there. So you don't want to put the bracket. You might think, man, how am I going to fish these screws up into this bracket after I put them through the light fixture? You don't do it that way. I'm going to give this enough space, and I'm going to line this up. I'm going to look at this and decide. See, this goes right down through that. It slips through there, and then I'm going to make a determination if this is the right size, length of the box, and I think it is. I can hold it on there. I could take a tape measure too, but see, I'm holding that on there, and that looks exactly where I want, so I know that's where that's going to go. And I'm just going to get these started like that. And I could do that. I could do that after I screw this up to the metal box too. And then see here, look at that. There's a green screw. That's where I'm going to wrap the ground to, right there, and then tighten up that screw. That's what that's for. It even says on here GND, and that's for ground. So if you see a little green screw on there, that's what that's going to be, okay? Because the metal box, this is going to screw right up to the metal box, and then that's going to ground this, and then the ground screw and the wire is going to be attached to that right here, and that's going to ground this, okay? So you don't have to fish up in there and find out where the other ground wire is, if there's a ground wire up in the box. You know, if it was easy enough to do it and you could put a wire nut on there, yeah, you could do it that way too, okay? So they give you 2 different options on how to ground that, okay? Let's go back up in the ceiling and get this mounting bracket up there.